Peace, brothers and sisters. This is Musa Abdullah giving you another shout out from Real Life Critics. As you can see, the focus has been our children and the youth as far as the books that they're reading, the messages they're receiving. Today, I want to get directly into it. I have two texts. Actually, they're written and illustrated by Inosanto Nagara. Not sure what that name is, but sounds nice. The first book is A is for Activist. Now, I thought it was very important that I bring this book to you because of the fact that this book was purchased for my son, and I was immediately intrigued by the fact that it had a black fist, the brown fist on there, and it had the A for Activist. So I was excited. I said, wow, this book could probably speak to something I'm trying to convey to my son. It sounded okay. It went in okay. A is for activist, advocate, abolitionist, ally, actively answering a call to action. Are you an activist? Being the melanoid brother that I am, I assumed going right into it that B will be for black. But I'm starting to realize that being black nowadays isn't a nationalistic statement anymore. It's a statement of disdain and distrust. So it's no longer mentioned in books of activism. It went right to B, and B is for banner, bobbing in the sky, billowing in the breeze, because you're not shy. Okay. The terms are good. C is for co-op, D is for democracy, E is for equal rights, good stuff. F is for feminist. G is for grassroots. H is for healthy food, good stuff. I is for indigenous and immigrant. J is for justice. K is for kings. Now this is where, as you know, my favorite term is the fuckery comes in. L is for LGBTQ. Love who you choose because love is true. Liberate your notions of limited emotions. Celebrate with pride our links of devotion. Oh, okay. I'm not with that. I'm not saying that I'm against the homosexual community, but my thinking is this. You're not going to promote that in the books that I read to my children. If that's an agenda that you like to spread it to children that you know are interested, if that is your household. But what if it's not my household? So it keeps going on further. It seems pretty interesting, but then it goes to T. And T is for trans, for trains, tiaras, tulips, tractors, and tigers too. Trust in the true, the he, she, they, that is you. What? Are you serious? You just gonna push that shit on my kids for real? V is for Vox, W wonders world. X is for Malcolm X. Y is for you and youth. Z is Zapatista, of course. I'm just I must admit, it pissed me off because I'm like, where is the mention of the black struggle, which is an obvious one? Are we being written out of history? Are we being written out of the life curriculum? It really boggles my mind how, as black people in America, we've been struggling for 400 plus years, and they're still attacking our children. Now, with that being said, I must admit that they do have another book called Counting on Community, written by the same person. Now, I received this book as a gift for my son, and I was pretty happy about it because reading the first one, as you can see, I probably was a little leery, but it spoke of living in community. It's a lot of fun. Let's count the ways that start with one. And, it really has some nice images. It was very diverse in its imagery. They even speak to the disabled children. All the colors, even had Muslims, had the Muslim with the hijab on. I thought it was pretty nice. It spoke of fair play, and it spoke of community gardens, 3 urban farmers. So it was pretty cool. I was actually pretty impressed with it. As far as a children's book is concerned, this is something I would recommend. I would recommend the Counting on Community book. Everyone, it goes 6 music makers who totally rock, 7 bikers and scooters. It really spoke to what a child should be thinking about when it thinks of community. It didn't have what I consider to be an agenda. It was pretty simple, and I would recommend this book. So once again, I'm going to give a thumbs up to Counting on Community by Inosanto Nagara. But this one right here, let that shit go. That was full of fuckery. Unless that is your lifestyle. And I'm not putting that thing down, but that's just not my thing. I don't deal with it. I'm not a homosexual, so I don't deal with the homosexual thing. That's their thing. I respect it for them. But you shouldn't try to push that on other people. Now, if you could say, well, why are you trying to push the black agenda? Well, I'm not pushing a black agenda, but if you're going to put a book out that speaks of struggles, at least mention the black struggle. If you're going to put the T in trans or L for lesbian, whatever you want, but you should at least include the melanoid agenda, the black agenda in America, because not only is it something that's just a part of the fabric of this country, it continues to be more and more relevant as the days go on, as we encounter more and more vices as it pertains to the government, as it pertains to local, federal mandates, sweeping legislation that is not for us, reparations, all those things. So once again, counting on community, thumbs up. A's for activists, thumbs down. I appreciate you. Please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, feel free. Also, for my fathers out there, my brothers who are in the co-parenting struggle, check out my website, www.babydaddyjournals.com. A nice blog, a place for you to vent, a place for you to understand that you are loved and understood by another brother in the struggle. Peace and love and power.